Hello, Sunshine community and bingo fans. Welcome back for another great day of bingo matches. We're here right now for Denial versus Derpspace in Draft Bingo. I'm Golden Devil, and with me is Elias.
Well, I don't want to live anymore, but it's fine.
That's a depressing way to start the commentary.
I know. No, I'm just as you already know, I'm not doing super well, but I'm good. It's fine. I still wanted to commentate the match because it looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting with big differences, swag points. I've seen this players play a lot, so it's I think it's gonna be an interesting one, depending on how much rust Denial is dealing with.
Yeah, I think Derp actually may have a little more rust. Denial has played a fair number of matches over the past few weeks. I think this is Denial's sixth match. So Denial has played two matches every week.
All right. So, this is the classic router versus speedster kind of thing. I mean, we've added a lot. If you don't know yet what this entails, well, one player being pretty fast, the other player being more of the brainy kind of. I'll pull one on you, and then you'll be left in the terrible situations when it comes to the routes. So I would say the format favors denial quite a bit, just from personal experience with the players.
Yeah, and draft in general sometimes will favor the slower player because you have more flexibility. Um, Looks like the card is revealed, so let's take a look and talk about it. Um, if you don't know, the way draft works is each player gets to draft 5 goals, and it's snake draft, so it's 1, 2, and then they go back and forth. And for the first 30 minutes, you get those goals to yourself, and the other person can't click them, but you have to click them immediately.
Uh, Derp clicking 15 Bianco Blues. I was looking at it right now. I don't really see anything that's just immediately like screams draft me as a goal. There's no Filipino Blues. 17 M's is a bit too many for a draft normally.
Yeah, we saw Denial very quickly clicked 50 from 2 or 150 in Delfino, and we'd
And
go
this is
hidden.
generally a very good goal to draft. The 50 from 2 or 150 from Delfino allows you the flexibility to just route in some Delfino coins throughout your beginning. Or 50 yellow coins from 2 can be a fast way to do that. It's just a couple minutes investment generally. So
Yeah, and I see 17 M's, which we just saw Derp click. Denial very quickly clicked 5 bluebirds, which Romano pointed out. Derp chose 100 coin in a box. Denial has 3 hiddens, which has some synergy with the 1 Rico hidden.
okay, listen. I would say how the hell did 5 bluebirds get to the 4th draft? But I also missed it, so I am in no position to speak in this situation. So sure. Now,
Yeah,
so
I know Romano's was in chat saying 5 birds exist, and I'm sure he was surprised to see that one up.
yeah, exactly. Again, I did say I'm not feeling super great with some kind of flu-ish stuff, so if I missed something, I apologize for that. But I would say Denial here looks like he has a bit of a plan. Like, all right, he spotted the card. Right, okay, I'm gonna do this, and that, and that works. 50 from 2, Gelato. You want the hiddens. 5 bluebirds. You need to go to Gelato for the birds. 50 coins in Gelato is not that bad. All right.
Especially with, 15 gelato blues is also on the card, and you could do those while you're also going for the hiddens and getting the bluebirds. Yeah, Derp clicked off 50 totals and 4 Pianta Shines. I feel like 50 totals is probably not going to get clicked in the first 30 minutes. But we'll see.
Yeah, it could be one of those moves that you click the 50 totals just to disincentivize your opponent from going for blues. So you just It's kind of a mark my territory kind of click in draft. It can happen, and Denial there, Serena hundreds to kill the double play, 100 coin shine in the boss episode with the Serena 1 hundo. I'm not sure that would have been a good play anyways to do in the first part of the draft, but yeah, there's that, and the game has started, so we should probably talk about
The other goals on the card.
yeah, exactly. What's good in this card? What's Gelato seems to be pretty strong, I have to say, on this card. Not gonna
Yeah, I
lie.
mean, it's 4 gelato shines, Wiggler shine, 15 gelato blues. You could even pick up a second turbo after Wiggler.
There's a red coin shine there that you could do. There's no Piantissimos here, but
Yeah, Sandbird is slow, but it is a red coin.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see the 1 episode 8 shine and 8 from 1.
No. That's I'm sorry, but they're not gonna go.
Not to gelato. Just I'm talking about some synergy there. With those
Okay,
two
now this is a question that I actually had. The fact that GBS is banned, does it mean that you cannot do the actual GBS even if you click episode 8?
My understanding is that's correct. If for some reason you decided to do gelato 8, you would have to do it with the watermelon.
Or the Yoshi thing in that.
No, I think even the Yoshi clip is
Okay.
banned.
Okay, that is honestly something I would actually like to see gone. As in, like, if you get to, can you even do GBS in episode 8? I think you can, right?
I have no idea.
That is, I think you can, but that's something that I would like to see because at that point it's like, yeah, sure, if you get there, might as well. It's...
Use the R button.
Although seeing someone push the watermelon is always hilarious. Besides gelato, what is strong? There's 9 from Delfino, but shine count doesn't look to be super strong here. There's Pinafly from the back coverless. There's 4 Noki shines. There's that. For sure.
Goldberg.
And Goldberg.
2 Noki gold. As far as Pinna, I see Pinna 5 from the back and Bluebirds.
And the Pinna blue
Or
coin.
Peach Blues. But I don't know that nothing else is sticking out here.
Yeah, so shine count is okay, not great. Honestly, just looking at the card, I like Niall's draft better because shine count being okay means that all his draft goals, with the exception of Serena 100 coin shine, which is definitely a block play, synergize really well with each other. You're going to Rico and Gelato, which opens 50 yellow coins from 2 levels. You're also going to Bluebirds, which opens up 150 Filipino yellow coins with some Delfino shines. I like where the Niall draft is right now. So we'll see. Derb's draft seems more a bit scatterbrained, honestly. With yeah, there's the 15 Bianco Blues with 17 M synergy, 50 total blue coins. But Pianta Shine seems to be like out of the blue, honestly. Pianta is terrible here. There's
Yeah,
no other
Pianta
way to
doesn't
put
give you. It doesn't give you red coin shines. It doesn't give you. I mean that's with 5 and 6 reds not getting.
We could see a play like where Pianta shines like for like 8 from 1 episode 8 shine. But even then,
Yeah,
eight
I
from
feel like
1,
Rico is maybe the better play here because you've got
yes.
boss rematch. Rico 6 is a red coin shine.
Court is now in session.
Yeah,
You know,
Rico
you can
4 unlocked.
with Rico
yeah,
hidden. Denial probably should just do Rico 4 instead of Rico 2.
That can be a play, most definitely.
I mean, Rico seems like the strongest candidate for 8 from 1 in 1 episode 8 shine.
It is undoubtedly that's the case, but if you want to counter that, we've seen it before in a match we both commentated. Pianta to counter an 8 from 1 episode 8. Doesn't mean it's a great play, but it is a play. It's a possible play.
Yeah. I mean, the other Deep Rico also gets you a second turbo, which between that and Wiggler, there's some reason. Bianco doesn't, especially for Denial. There's not a ton of early value from Bianco.
Bianco value sits in like Reboss Rematch, 15 blues, the Turbo Nozzle, the 2 reds. You need to go beyond Bianco 2 to get all this stuff, right? And the thing is, it's a big time investment at the end of the day. You have to go there, you have to spend all the time to do Bianco 2, Bianco free, okay, a quick shine, but collecting the Bianco blues, they're not fast. We all know that. Rico's better for that. There's a reason why Rico's better for that. So, yeah, it's a bit. As I said, I like the synergy in the Niles draft more, but maybe Derp can pull out some weird things in the early game. Like versus not doing any of the drafted goals, which is also a viable strategy. Albeit a bit weird sometimes. But it can happen, we've seen it before, so I'll still be surprised if we don't see the 17 M's clicked.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a Rico play being viable, 17 M's is gonna be good for whoever goes to Rico. With the 9 M's that you can get in episode 1, gets you a long way there.
Yeah, but if you're okay, so if you're Derp, you're thinking clearly the 6 M's in Pianta, right? Then you're thinking, how do I get my other 11? Obviously, there's 3 in Delfino, so that's 8. He could go Bianco into Pinna with Gelato. So he just does 6 Pianta, 3 Delfino, 4 Bianco. And wait, that's 13. So you still need the 3 from Pinna and the 1 from Gelato to get 17. So the Rico-less M's, basically.
Yeah, and we see Denial going for Beach Shine. So this is either a Rico or Gelato Rush. Meanwhile, Derp is opening up Bianco.
I'll be surprised if this is not Rico Rush, honestly. Also, isn't Rico Rush technically Plunderbell and Chuckster?
Yeah, I think so. I think Beach Shine is Gelato Rush, if I'm remembering.
Yeah, but maybe Denial doesn't feel comfortable with the Lorian or Kikona, so just goes for Beach Shine, which is admittedly easier. So I could see that.
Yeah, and I mean with 9 Delfino Shines on the form, the time difference isn't that big.
Yeah, you still have to do that. Chuckster is a better in-game Shine to have to do, you know. You don't have to move all the way to Beach Shine. Just passing by. Yeah, sure, I'll do Chuckster. I can see that.
Yeah, the one thing, too, just looking at the card, is I feel like Denial could, other than Bluebirds, ignore Blues. There's not a lot of Blues goals on here.
Maybe Gelato Blues for him, just to remove some Blues energy, but besides that, yeah. I agree with that assessment. There's not a lot of blue coin value here. Most goals are kind of lengthy. 50-60 is not great for racing blue coins, because if you win 50, you most likely win 60 as well. Like, you know what I mean? There's not, like, never a big gap between the 2 goals where the other player might feel, okay, I can still race it, you know?
Yeah, and Derp is doing the spicy pizza route, I believe. I can't say I know the route fully, so I might be wrong there. And Denial is going to do Underbell now. So I assume we're going to see them go right into Rico here.
That should be the case. Gelato Rush could be viable, because out of the drafted goals, the Rico Hidden Shine is the weakest, I would say. Besides Serena Hundreds, obviously, but I'm not counting this as a drafted goal that's meant to be done. So I could see a Rico, like him going to Gelato, but he's going to Rico, which is fine. But what I mean by the weakest is, if you have to drop one of these four, you drop that one, in my opinion. Shine count being strong-ish means that Rico, like you can drop Rico value and still get a decent read in this game, I feel. But the fact that Rico is pretty fast when it comes to level shines still means that you likely still want to do it. Like there's not a lot of incentive to drop Rico, you know. Why would you drop one of the fastest levels in the game?
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to avoid Rico.
If the draft was more like, you know, Serena centered, I would understand, or you know, something along those lines. But the synergy here is pretty strong, so we will see the Nile complete Rico 1 and Rico 2 probably pretty smoothly. We will see whether the Nile decides to collect 50 yellow coins for Rico, which will give us an idea on what he plans to do. Derp, I don't know, Derp is a bit on a weird spot because they can play very well with some non-drafted goals, I feel. Like, I would eye the 15 Gelato Blues if I was Derp, because, again, synergy, removing synergy from the Nile. 4 Pianta Shines could be dropped without much of an issue, I would say. And maybe a Pinna Rush with some Delfino Shines could be in order after Bianco. We'll see. I mean, it's not really a Pinna Rush anymore, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, we do see Denial grabbing a few M's here in Rico, not going out of his way, but getting a few. So, you know, I guess if for some reason Derp doesn't get it, Denial can maybe steal it after 30 minutes.
What that also tells me, I guess, is Nile does not want to give up completely on blues. Like, and I understand that. Your main stage here is Rico in this draft. You don't give up on blues if you're in Rico. Like, that's understandable. You want to act. Oh, they're having a bit of trouble here with blue coin. You want to give yourself the option to act on the blue coins.
Windmill is beating Derp up a little, too.
Yes, that's a textbook nerves play, you know, when you just start bonking and you just lose a bit of composure and you start to make some tiny mistakes. It is very, very common for players that tend not to be, you know, Formato keeper. But what I mean with that is players that don't have a sense of composure normally. It is a very important attribute that doesn't get really talked about a lot, like nerves and how to be cool in the face of a mistake, even in a tight race. And yeah, I would say it's one of Derp's biggest weaknesses in general, from what I remember seeing them play. Denial is...
In the words of Ted Lasso, it helps to be a goldfish.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, in a way, I understand that. Denial wanted to go for... it looks like he wanted to go for the coins, but then kind of like decided not to. Or maybe just...
Yeah, I think Denial rides the blooper normally. So I just think Denial's going with their normal strat.
No, yeah, but what I meant is that he entered the sewer, right? And got 4 coins and then left. So I think he maybe entered the sewer thinking, okay, I can get the 50 yellow coins, right? And
Oh,
then
okay.
Decided not to.
Yeah, I was looking at Derp's screen at that point.
Alright, Derp is collecting some blue coins here, and that's the goals being clicked. So that gives Denial the information, obviously. And the thing is with the 15 Bianco Blues is that, yes, you can leave behind the blue coin, but it's like you have to re-enter the level. It's kind of harder to pseudo delay 15 Bianco Blues, you know, than like 1 Rico hidden. 1 Rico hidden.
It seems like... I mean, it seems like there's a lot of Bianco value later in the game where you could go back after Bianco 3. right? You've got 2 quick reds, you've got a turbo, but there's not necessarily the immediate value to go and stay in Bianco.
Yeah,
Or come back early on.
so you wouldn't necessarily want to re-enter Bianco before the draft limit expires. Um, we'll see how much of an emphasis Zerg puts on blues right now. I think that putting a big emphasis on blues is a mistake right now. I don't think it is a priority at this point in the match. But might be a wrong call on my end. Maybe Denial just decides to go bonkers on the blue side. But I doubt that's gonna happen. And so far, the thing is, with Bianco versus Rico, right? It's not like Derp can flex the speed muscle on such a route, you know? Because one thing is to have the speed advantage, one thing is to be able to use it. But because your speed advantage means nothing if your route carries you through slower levels, right? That does make sense. So Derp here definitely can use some blues to beef up shine count. But we will see if that's gonna be enough. If Denial goes for the 15 gelato blues, that definitely will help, I feel.
Yeah. Although my question is, how huge is the speed advantage here on a card that doesn't have, doesn't have 26 shines, doesn't have a huge amount of Pin or Noki value? Seems like this card might at least help Denial with a little bit of the speed disadvantage.
Oh, definitely. It is not a bad card for Denial or a card that favors speed bullying at all, because most goals are very distributed. There is no clear right. Rushing blue / going to Pinna / Pianta / Rico is the best strategy on this card, period. And if you're slower, well, screw you. The thing is, it's called speed running for a reason. put it bluntly. So if your route is very similar, the faster opponent wins 100% of the time. So you still need to flex that speed muscle, and the thing is, your route needs to be similar. I don't know how to put it, but as the faster player, you kind of need to play exactly like your opponent. That's the best guarantee of winning, because you will snipe goals at the end of the day. So if you do put together a route that is the same route of your opponent, you will have a guaranteed win all the time. And that's where draft helps a lot here, because Denial can guarantee he will have a different route for the first 30 minutes, 100%.
Yeah, I think, the first few weeks before this additional patch, we had a lot of cards that were very, very much Piante into Pinna, and this is a much more wide open card. So I think the patch has worked the way they wanted.
Yes, I mean, it is... I'm not gonna say it's a bit early to judge, obviously, because I don't know how many matches have been held and not been able to follow that much because it was a holiday. But if this is what we're getting as a card, I dig this patch, because it's a good, balanced, right? Rushing a stage every single card is not the way to go. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, we see.
Still, yeah.
Derp right now looks like they're going for 100 in Rico 1, which, again, I think is the kind of thing that is going to help Denial a little bit. Just because this is a long shine.
Yes. I mean, Derp is gonna get a lot of blues here, obviously. And that's where, like, I think Denial should collect some... I don't know, Denial is doing those 15 gelato blues. You might as well collect 50 coins, it's not that much longer. I always like the synergy between A-stage blues and some yellow coins, because most of the time it is kind of there. It is a low-hanging fruit, so to speak. And if Derp invests all this time in Rico 100s just to get the 100 coin shine in the boss episode, That's a huge waste of time. That is really bad. And
Yeah, and I think
having a time in order to click 15
Yeah.
shot to lose.
Denial's getting the first of 3 hiddens here. Also, thanks Pappuccino for the raid. Um, yeah, I feel like if you're Denial and you see this hundreds in a boss click this early, you're not feeling too bad because it's, you know that Derp spent a lot of time.
I mean, if Derp clicks it, Denial's gonna have enough time to do the Delfino Fit 150. That just... You're giving your opponent enough time to literally work on the counter to your strategy, and you cannot not show that you've done it. This is... I'm gonna go as far as to call it a misplay. Like, straight up a misplay. There is... If you want to do this, you do it later. Right? You do it later in the draft, or you're like 28 minutes. Then you go into a level, you go to Pianta, you do 50 coins in Pianta 1. Uncounterable. Goal snipe. I mean, not really uncounterable, like... Not reactable, I guess is the correct word. Because right now, I would say Denial's in a much better spot.
Yeah, and the thing I've heard people say about draft so much is so much of the strategy of what you do is about hiding what you're doing in the first 30 minutes as much as possible.
The ideal draft is you do click nothing for 28 minutes and then you click all the goals in the last 2 minutes. Obviously, that's an ideal world that doesn't really reflect reality, but does Derp have enough coins here? This is a great question.
I think so.
I think they should
I
be
did
able
just
to
learn this morning, and I think Derp has
Yes,
enough.
that's fine. But that's to learning things, man. That's great.
Yeah, I decided, you know, even though I'm not very good at this game, maybe I will try and do bingo next season. We'll see.
I'll create a brilliant course for SMS bingo. Okay, so Derp clicks the 100 coin shine from the boss episode. Yeah, if you're Denial right now, you're like, well, I guess I'll do 150 Delfino. Honestly,
yeah,
that's.
Yeah,
I mean,
Denial has time to do that, and still, that'll help Denial get pin of progress for 5 birds. That'll help Denial. You know, Denial can get Delfinos for 9 Delfinos.
Look, what a
and it's
shame.
easy enough to do that and also go in and get the Rico 2 hit.
Look, what a shame that doing 150 in Delfino also carries you next to the blue birds in Delfino. Oh, what a shame. You know what I mean. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I really didn't like this Derp play, honestly. It's... No.
Yeah,
Don't do
they're
this.
now going
No,
into
it's-
Pianta. You know, if you were in Derp's position, would you try and get 50 yellow coins in Pianta 1 just so that if for some reason Denial doesn't get the goal, you can click it off right away?
It's tough. On one end, it is quick. It's not something that takes a lot of time. On the other hand, it's wasted time, most likely. But if I was in Derp's position, I wouldn't have done 100 question in a boss episode in the first place, so... Yeah. I don't think it's applicable here as a line of reasoning. At least the execution in this Pianta 1 looks to be pretty solid. Also, we'll get some more M's. Derp is sitting on, I think, 7 M's right now, plus the Bianco one, so it's 11. Not sure how many M's in Delfino they have.
Yeah, I think according to our trusty stat man in the chat, Derp has, at this point, 14 or 15.
Okay, Denial decides, you know what, I'm gonna do 50 from 2. And I respect that. I respect that. Because it works, you know? Can happen. Not if you do that though. I don't think that works.
So Falcon says that is 17 edge, so I'm gonna trust that.
If you had 13, which is totally plausible from the Rufino ones, that's 17, that's correct.
Apparently this is not going to be enough coins to get denial.
It is if he goes to collect the 6 on the side, I think.
Okay.
Which he is doing.
Yeah.
A bit slow, but it works.
You also have to time the jumps just right.
Oh, it's like 8, right? Not 6. Oh, okay.
Oh! Wow.
Okay, it's important not to die here. And commentator's curse. Okay, that's the first big mistake of this match. This gives Derp some time to react here, and that's why you do 150 from Delfino most of the time. Derp, they're very close to dying in their own way. Now the thing is, Denial doesn't have time to do 1500 level now. That's the bad thing. Should
Niall's going to do it anyway, though.
I mean, that's fine, but if Derp is still in Pianta, Derp could just go for it, you know, and get some Pianta coins.
Yeah, I mean, Derp could potentially even try and go for it in Pianta 3, where there are a lot of coin. I know Jeff would be very happy to see that.
I mean, at this point, the thing is, Delfino 150 is very delayable. Like, if you decide, alright, I'm gonna do 4 Delfino Shines, right? You can just do Delfino Shines and delay the coin collecting process, you know? So, that could also work, in a way. Now, Denial still doesn't have enough coins, realizes it. Okay, Deja Vu. Goes
Days
back
at
for
the
one.
time.
Is this enough?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is. Okay, that's 50.
We might actually see Derp going for 50 coins here.
Okay, then the important thing is, does Denial have enough time to get 50 in a stage? Because I don't think that's the case. And that's going to end up costing a lot. And Derp takes no.
Yeah, I don't know where Denial would go for 50 coins here. I mean, I guess Denial could go with Gelato.
Pianta.
Pianta or maybe Gelato 2. But
Gelato 2 has that cutscene though, that's the thing. And
yeah.
Look, I would go to Pianta 1, mostly.
Yeah, at least Derp now decides not to go for the 50 coins. But Denial...
Decides it's not worth it and goes to Pinna.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. It makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to lose Bluebirds, because that's an easy goal that is one of your draft goals. And Derp is going for 50 again.
Does Denial have the birds in Delfino?
I don't know.
I
think Denial remembers
Denial
that he does not.
Is answering. Denial answered my question. Thank you, Denial. I love when competitors immediately answer my questions as a commentator. That is great. That is great.
Can you do 50 coins in Pinna 1? I don't actually know the answer to that.
Can you though? I don't think so.
I know you can't do 100 in it because it's not in True Hundos. But I don't think it's going to matter because
Derp's gonna get it.
Should. Yeah.
Okay, we should get ready to unclick here.
Yeah.
I'll unclick the yellow goals.
Okay. Heal.
So Derp should complete this 50 really quickly.
That is Peanut Island. The villain's secret hideout must be
It's
there.
not yellow. It's teal and blue, not yellow.
Okay. I'll do blue then.
Yeah. We got it, Rudir.
It is perfectly fine. Look, we got this. That's fine.
Yeah, Derp is at 48 blues. So we are going to see a 50 click shortly. And there's bluebirds. And at least at this Denial now knows there's no reason to stop for any more for the rest of this match.
Yep. My job here is done.
Going for the pyro chicken for the last three.
Man,
Okay.
That is a thing. It did work.
That is a way to do it.
It doesn't give extra swag points, though it should, in my opinion.
I mean, I thought for a second Derp was gonna end up dying on the fire group, so
Derp is a consummate player of this game. I'll have you know that. Prone to mistakes indeed, but very consummate, despite their very young age.
I actually take back. Denial's gonna get the Pin Beach Blues and then not get any other blues. the
Maybe
rest
for a
of the
trade.
match.
I mean, maybe for a trade, but I don't see. Maybe for a trade for Noki. I don't know. No, because you get 7. That's 11. That's not. Nah, that's gone. That's done. Now, as Derp, you're getting the 4 Pianta Shines now, but then what? Like the thing is, I don't know what's Derp's plan for the late game here, because they're slightly behind Shine count. Not really, because they have blues, but no, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Denial has a more set out play in front of them,
Yeah.
which is I would think is the Rico play at this point, or Delfino's Reds.
Yeah, but
The interesting thing
I would
is,
say Derp has more access to reds. That's the thing.
Derp does right now because of the Bianco 2 and 3 play, but Denial is about to have Pin a 2R and Pin a 3.
I guess yes, that would be the case.
Denial also has all of the Delfino Reds. Derp is going for Fruit Ladies.
I mean, that is the correct call at the wrong moment, I'm afraid, because
Yeah,
I almost died there, but that's a bit too late for. I mean, what I could have done is to get 50 yellow coins here, I guess, to try to complete it. That would have been an okay play, I would say, without that. Maybe not would still wouldn't have made it, maybe, but. Niall, there's still another blue there. What are you doing? Okay, I mean, I guess that's.
Niall has to get one of these 2 baskets.
Oh no, he has to get. Oh, he has to get because he has the bluebird, right?
Yeah.
My brain had a dum. I guess.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm not even the best, so that's fine.
Neither am I.
Alright, so Derp is gonna get sniped from these fruit ladies. That's pretty... That's fairly easy. And Derp doesn't see it yet. Maybe still wants to complete this, but I don't know. Why would you want to complete this? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, hopefully Derp sees it soon. Because this is a lot of time for a goal that does not really get them much.
Yep, that is
But I'll
what
just
you have.
stand it.
Okay, okay,
Taking it
Denial.
a little risky there. I wouldn't
I-
have done that. But
I appreciate the balls to the wall play there. Right.
definitely.
Sometimes as a slower player, you cannot afford to just to be too slow. You know, just say, all right, I gotta go for it.
Yeah, it seems like Derp still hasn't seen that Fruit Ladies are off the board.
Either that or decided to complete them anyways, which that would be most interesting. Let's put it this way. Cannot find.
They have also lost a jury. Oh, and Derp is now going for Delphinos.
Okay. I mean, it is a goal, and the shine count for Noki makes sense. Now Denial is going for Pinna free here, which I guess opens Pinna 5 from the back overless. Thing is, I don't know here what would I go for, really. I think Rico is a better play for the boss rematch. Extra shine count, progress from 8 from 1. You still access to red coin shines exactly like Pinna. You know, I think Rico would have been a better play here on Denial's behalf, but I see why Pinna here. Like, it's not that bad.
Staying and doing 5 from the back coverless.
Is a bit much.
Maybe, yeah. Because you have no reason to think that Derp has any progress in Pinna at all. I mean, especially with 4 Pianta Shines just getting clicked off.
Yeah, I mean, you know exactly what Derp has been doing here. Not much. Yeah, you do have the doubts, okay, where is that 100 coin shine in the boss episode, but come on. It is either Rico or Serena, and Serena 100 coin shine is not clicked, so. I guess it could be Bianco 2. Bianco 100s, that is, but does it count as a boss episode? I think so, because you can still access PD, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Derp finally entering Rico. Yeah, Derp could maybe, with 4 Noki Shines, go for Blooper and Noki 2. Derp does have the Shine lead, I think, at this point.
Yes. With all this Delfino stuff and Pinna being, oh, unfortunate there. Misses the hit by very, very small amount. Denial going safe.
Hopefully Denial will go back to Rico pretty soon.
I mean, the thing for Denial is, okay, Rico, you cannot afford to not go to Rico now. Derp stays because of Derp's speed advantage. All right, Rico free is Rico free. If you don't make a mistake, it's the same for everybody. Like, Beyblade, notwithstanding. But Rico 4, you can definitely lose a lot of time on that, especially if you die, if you're not really confident on your strats. So,
And unfortunately, Denial has no reason to think Derp is in Rico at all.
actually, are we sure that Derp has the shine lead? No, by 1 shine. But again, speed delta, so would be surprised if Derp is able to steal back the shine lead. So, quick update on the match. 39 minutes in, almost 40. Derp sitting 6-5, slightly ahead of Denial. Denial's draft was a bit better. Derp has gotten some stuff done thanks to speed delta in their favor. So far, a pretty even match. Now decides to go for pin of 5 from the back coverless. It's okay. I mean, it's not a bad play per se. I just don't think it is the correct time to do it.
Yeah.
Just like Derp and the 100 coin shine in the boss episode, which ended up working, but could have backfired spectacularly.
Yeah, and we got a question in chat about Reds, and right now, Denial has the lead, 2-0. I don't think Derp has gotten any red coin shines.
That would be correct. Oh, Denial takes a bit of a dive there.
I don't
Denial
know if
has
I've seen that one before.
no. Denial has access to pin it to Reds and Filipino Reds. So Denial could technically complete 6 red coin shines as it is. Okay. Takes a shot to the face. But it ends up so.
Sorry about that. Accidentally hit my mic. Denial also, if he goes back into Rico, could get and does through Rico 5, is going to have Rico 6 open, Rico 4R open.
Thing is, Rico Derp is hoisting the U.S. flag there. Let's just say that this Rico Harbor is about to have a tea party really soon if Denial doesn't move it. So yeah, I think if Derp stays, that's a pretty solid lead, especially with the fact that Rico has faster shines, so could also steal the shine count race for Noki.
Yeah, they're tied now. 17 when you add in blues, so Derp caught up. We are seeing Denial go back to Rico. Looks like, but that could be unfortunate.
It's a bit too late. Then again, Denial does get some a quick shine out of build free. And Denial has the advantage in that Denial's... Oh, okay. Derp has also done Rico 100s. Denial's done Rico 2. Hidden, so they're both sitting on... I mean, Denial's sitting on 3 shines in Rico. Derp's sitting on 4 shines in Rico right now. But Denial goes for the Beyblade and takes an L. Now Derp here is showing a pretty solid grasp of Rico, or almost has a moment there, but is able to save it. Almost has another moment, still able to save it, and that should be the completion. This stage is deceptively annoying for all non-players watching. For all the players, there's nothing deceptive about it. It's annoying and you'll know it.
It looks like Denial is trying to trade into Noki. Still has to get 2 more Delfino shines.
That would be Chuckster or Chinko and Goldbird.
Yeah, I think, obviously from our perspective, giving up on Rico is a good play because Derp is about to take a lot of that Rico value away.
Yeah. Again, I would have appreciated to see that pin of 5 from the back maybe a bit later. Pin of 4 as well wasn't really necessary. But still, that's a goal that the Denial will have collected. Seeds the goal from there. But the problem is that one episode 8 from 1, that combo can be pretty oof. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of time invested in it, but it can pay off, you know. So
Denial's gonna grab the Goldberg before heading into Noki. I would not be surprised if
As
we
it should
see
be.
Derp go straight for that as well. Now that boss rematch has been done.
The thing is, Derp still needs a shine, and then that would be the shine. But I think Denial still has it at this point.
Yeah, because Derp also has to trade in.
Yeah. What's the Delfino Shine situation? Denial has done Beach Shine, Goldberg, Chuckster, and Underbell.
Underbell.
Whereas Derp has done and Box Game 1, I think.
We're gonna see Derp get their first red coin shine here in Pinna 6. So they are just straight rushing for the 8 from 1.
Not
And
just that,
probably will
Turbo
get
is
Turbo.
also... Yeah, Turbo as well. So Derp is in actually a pretty good spot at the moment. I think Derp, after a bit of a shaky start, I would say, when it comes to calls, Derp's making the right calls at the moment. We'll see how it pans out, but I like this. Okay, I'll steal Rico because you are Pinna, and I'll call your bluff. And then, you know what? I'ma get those Turbos as well. I'ma get all the Rico value. Because it's still one call at the end of the day. It's the same call, but I like it.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see who decides to prioritize 5 and 6 reds first. Yeah, I feel like
The
those are
lineup-
both just sitting there.
Yeah, it's starting to get to the point where, come on, go for it. Because it's, or at least like try to route it in smartly. Like Derp did that here. Denial will route it in because of like the 4 Nogi Shines, Nogi Free, obviously. But I think it kind of need a bit more punch now on the red coin shines. Need to start looking actively for it. And the 9 Delfino Shines is a great opportunity in my opinion. You know, Denial does have Yoshi unlocked, so Denial could go for the lily pad with Yoshi.
Yeah, and Pachinko and Grass Fight. Yeah, and Denial's not even trying to contest 4 from Noki.
No, maybe
least not right now.
maybe he is stream sniping the commentators and decided to go for some red coins, you know? Yeah, but memes aside, if this is a lily pad play, okay, just unlocks Yoshi for the turbo nozzle. Okay. And sees the boss.
Not gonna go in.
No, sees what? 8 from 1 level. Denial is thinking and correctly judges to leave Rico. And
I
that
hope
is
this is not a Serena. Good.
This is an unlock Serena and go back to Noki.
Yeah, I was worried for a second that he was gonna jump in and do Serena 100. That would have been a really bad play at this point in the match.
Yes. That said, Derp has to complete Rico 8 now, which is, I mean, it takes a bit of time. Not the worst level ever, but it does take a bit of time. You know, so...
Yeah. It's not the hardest shine, but it's not free.
It's not free, it takes a bit of time. Proper rocket rollouts on Derp's behalf, but still ends up having an unfortunate moment here. Having to take a detour.
Niall manages to save that fall.
Okay, the Nile should have more than enough time to complete Noki 1 in the meantime. And Derp decides to yeet into Oblivion. That should be enough.
I wonder if we're going to see Derp go back into Bianco to try and get the turbo in Bianco 4.
I think we will. I think that considering that 3 hidden shines is clicked, you know that Derp has some Jalapa progress. You know the Wiggler is on the card. You know that that is going to be in danger at some point. For all you know, Denial hasn't clicked something in a while after the Goldberg. He could have left Noki, you know, and gone to Gelato. So you have to go for that turbo now.
Yeah, and I feel like the Gelato play might have been the stronger play from Denial because of 4 Gelato Shines, Wiggler, and that turbo.
I mean, still wouldn't have been able to steal it, honestly, because he needs to wait for 25. But yeah. I don't know, I don't think that was a correct play for Denial here, but the problem is how does Derp close this? Because the red coin shine count is going to be in Denial's favor even more. If Denial correctly guesses that the 5 red coin and 6 red coin shines is the win con together with 60 blues. Yeah, I think Derp is going to be in a bit of trouble, because then what the hell does he do? Everything else, Denial's ahead of. Is ahead for, not ahead of.
Yeah, at this point, Derp needs to either go to Gelato and try and steal those goals, or go to rush Delfinos. But yeah, I mean, we're at the point where it's not just that Derp has to make the right calls, but Derp has to make the right calls without necessarily knowing where Denial is.
Yes. And Denial has access to some fast reds. After this, he's going to be sitting on 3. Pachinko's still open. Lillipad is open.
We are seeing the Gelato play.
He has Pin 2 open. But the Gelato play could work out pretty neatly, honestly. The thing is, if Denial goes to Gelato right after this, yeah, that's lights out. But again, that has to happen, and the red coin shine call is also good. As I said, Denial has to guess between these 2 plays.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Denial can get 3 from Gelato, but still could lose the race, or 4 from Gelato, but still could lose the Wiggler race.
I guess, but even then, it's only 1 goal for Derp, and Derp only has a 60 total blues on lockdown. You know, right? You still need
and
1.
Probably 2 turbos.
2 turbos already clicked.
Oh yeah, right.
So there's the Serena Hundo, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know that that's ever a goal you want to have as your closeout.
Yeah,
it is a tough shine.
It is always a bit of a thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if Denial gets to Gelato now, which Denial is not even going for Gelato.
Denial's going for reds.
Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, Derp's win con is the 2 Gelato goals in 60.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, Denial was ahead to a lot of goals, but also had to make the right call to try and beat Derp where Derp was.
Okay, if Denial doesn't contest 4 Gelato Shines after Pachinko, this match is over. Like, it's straight up over.
Yeah, I mean, I think Denial is more worried about red coin shines right now. And so I think that's...
See, the thing is, if it was sitting on 5, on like 4 right now, this will be the 5th, I could see him like going to Gelato afterwards, you know? Like, after I've done my 5th red, the opponent's not gonna go for the 6 immediately, so I could just switch to Gelato.
Yeah, but even going in late, I mean, Derp probably, even after Pachinko, has the lead to 4 Gelato Shines.
No, because Derp only has 1. So...
Oh, that's true. Derp this is set. This is 2.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna win Wiggler, but then Denial would win 4 Gelato Shines and keep the hope alive, but right now Pachinko's not really
Pachinko.
Well. Oh, really unfortunate here. Learn pachinko, people. It is a very important bingo shine. And in general, it's fun to do if you know how to do it.
Yeah, I tried to learn it today. It's not a fun shine if you don't know exactly how to do it. Yeah, I mean, denial. Yeah, denial is going for reds instead of gelato, and that's gonna cost denial his chance at stealing this from Jer. Is this gonna be a pin a 2R?
Wait, what did the 60 total blues?
Yeah.
That's the pin a 2R, so I think that's lights out, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I think denial saw there were two options for Derp. There's the gelato play and there's the reds play, and I think denial was more worried about reds. And
Maybe denial didn't see the gelato play. Can blame him really. You think it's on lock, and then you're like, yeah, right. Normally, you know, finishing with Wiggler and Gelato 2 is not something most people want to do. It is not the most fun thing to do in SMS for sure. But hey, it's a goal. It's a goal that's worth 1 point exactly like all the others, and yeah, that's the gist of it.
yeah, I mean, obviously, like, we see gelato as the right play for denial, but without really knowing where Derp has gone, it's so hard for denial to make the call between reds and gelato.
There is a timeline in which denial right now is in gelato and made the correct call, or there's a time in which Derpspace is doing reds right now and denial's making the correct call. So you know, like it is always a tale of two ends at the end of the day. Whenever there's a 1v1 match in anything, really. But denial could still get it. Denial does. How many reds does denial have right now? I think he's already at 5.
4.
He does have what?
Pin a 2R, pin a 3, gelato 1R, pachinko.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, doesn't know
Noki
what to
3,
do now.
that is 5.
Noki 3, that is 5. And Denial sees Wiggler Shine clicked, and Denial knows that he's lost the game. Sorry, he's lost the game.
Yeah, because now Derp can just go back in and do the hidden in gelato.
Yep. That would be the GG here. I was going for Serena hundreds, maybe thinking that Derp is gonna do Serena 100s, which, hey, low chance, but appreciate. Look, listen. I respect going forward until the end, right? Like,
Yeah.
not.
I mean, maybe denial just wants the practice.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe just thinks, well, maybe Derp is gonna finish with Serena 100, you know, he doesn't want to risk the gelato thing. I respect the hell out of it, right?
And that's
So,
and that's it. Yeah, denial played a pretty strong match.
a valiant effort, as one would say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the amount of wake points kind of told us a story of a very significant speed differential, which ended up granting Derp the win, though it wasn't without hiccups. Hello, Derp, and congratulations for your win.
Hello, I hated my draft. Why did I do that?
That comment is a bit premature, but understandable. Now we'll see if Denial will grace ourselves with their almighty presence.
For Romano's sake, I assume you just didn't see the 5 bluebirds.
Yeah, I didn't.
Look, I did say that, right? I would say something, but I also missed it at the beginning. Then again, I wasn't playing and I'm not doing too well, so I at least have a mitigating factor. Hello, Denial. Congratulations on a well fought match.
Thank you.
So, Golden Devil, what do we have to ask on about this match? I guess I have a first question for Derp. You decided to go for the 100 coin Shining Rico 1. Okay. A play that was almost countered by Denial, which would have been countered if it wasn't for a death, I would assume. Why did you decide to do that at that specific time? Because you knew you had to click it, and by definition, you would have to give away that 50 from 2 was in danger.
I don't know.
Okay. So
That is my honest answer. I do not know.
okay. So if a similar play comes up in the future, just I guess this is food for thought. Um For Denial, why did you decide to stay in Pinna after Pinna 2?
Yeah.
Or in general, why did you decide to stay in Pinna, I guess?
Bad decision.
Okay. I mean, clearly there was some value to be had there with the Pinna 5 from the back, and
But it was safe, and I should have gone and secured all the Rico stuff instead.
alright.
By the way, how much progress did you have in Rico when you were in
Uh,
Pinna?
I had 3 by the end. I was considering leaving after 2 and just going and doing 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 if I'm feeling adventurous. For the boss rematch and the turbos and everything.
I have a question
Yeah.
now, Denial. Do you know how to do Rico 8 without Yoshi?
Yes.
Okay. Because it just popped in my mind that maybe you stayed in Pinna for that reason, because you didn't.
No, no. Well,
Okay.
I'm not very good at it, but I know how.
Okay.
I want to ask Denial about the draft. I guess 2 things. One, was the Serena 100 just a throwaway, or was it to
Yes.
try and keep Derp from
It was
doing it?
partly partly to sort of go against the 100 coin and a boss, but it was also it was mainly just a throwaway. Maybe well, I don't think he would have thought I was going for it at all, but
I was assuming that maybe like after Pinna you would have gone for it in 4 or something if you don't know beach money.
I don't.
Yeah. The other question, Denial, did you think about trying to route 50 coins in when you were going for the gelato blues?
Uh I don't really know how to. I don't know where the coins are very well in 1, so I didn't really want to do that. Maybe it would have been a good choice. My thought was, if I play well enough, I can get to Pinner to do the 50 along with the 7 beach blues. But the death in the Rico, doing the 50 in Rico, just not enough time.
Alright, so I guess this is also food for thought. 50 yellow coins in stages generally tend to be fairly easy to remember, like if you played the route once or twice, so maybe that's something.
Yeah.
Finally about the ending, Derpy decided to go for the gelato play, which was a good call. Did you see that happening, Denial, or were you just like blindsided by it?
Yeah, I kind of expected it, but I also needed to win too much stuff that I couldn't really go in. Like I expected him to be more ahead to the other goals maybe, and I could. Well, I don't know. That doesn't make much sense either, but I don't know.
I mean, in fairness, you were ahead to before that call. You were ahead to basically everything. You had more Zato
I see.
Promise, you had more red coin shines. The only thing that you
Mhm.
weren't head to was Sexy Blues, obviously, but
Yeah.
Derp committed to a goal, and that ended up working out. But as
Yeah.
I said during the match, there is a universe in which Derp went for reds, and you also
Mhm.
went for reds, and you would have won that. And
It
there's a
it felt like he perhaps had a lot of access to them for some reason.
I hadn't unlocked Pinna yet,
Okay.
and I had no shines in gelato.
but
No.
you did have some reds and some access.
I had
To be fair, in
access
Bianco.
Because
to
he has Bianco. You can
Bianco
maybe
for
think that the boss rematch is in Bianco at up to a certain point, but it would not a good choice probably. So I don't know. Gelato. I don't know. It probably would have been better for me to go for it, but
All right.
don't always make the right choice.
I mean that you can. Hey, you cannot always make the correct choices. If mankind always made the correct choices, we wouldn't be here playing bingo probably.
No, we'd be here playing Ramato.
Everybody, the year is 20XX. Everybody has achieved their model levels of play. Every match is decided by drafting the first goal.
I think
All
that's
right.
Romano's
no.
point.
Every match is decided by who
How
does
much?
ace first.
Every match is decided by who ate spicy pizza before the match. All right. I don't have any more questions. If
I don't either. It
All right.
was a fun match to watch, and yeah, I think Denial, you had a really good shot at the end, and obviously it was a 50-50 call. And I think for both you and Derp, and you both chose different things to go for.
Right. That said, I think Derp will add to their total of 124 swag points. Shame that it will go out from a multiple of 2, but hey. Welcome back to Niall. And it was a very, very close match. So the Niall, I'm not sure who will be your next opponent, or there's for that matter, but we will see in the endless struggle that is this season 3 ladder. And I think we can sign out.
Yeah, it looks like we are raiding SB, so stick around for the raid.